So, what y'all doing? The other day I was talking about love on here, and then I was like, yeah, I don't really like care about it, like, and then I ended up buying Romeo and Juliet, so it contradicts it all. The one from 1996, it was like $8. So I was like, hey, I haven't seen that movie in a while, and it's almost the same price as renting it, so I bought it. I watched it last night and today. I was falling asleep watching it last night. I got to the end, and then when I got up, I went exercising, and I was like, I guess I'll finish that movie, and I finished it. Shakespeare writes some okay stuff, but I don't agree with him completely. Like, I'm not gonna just like be like, yeah, it's not all the way. Like that part Romeo was talking about, he was talking crap about the moon, and then he ended up saying like the moon's elegant or something like that. I was like, well, what is it then? Like, he was saying like the sun's better than the moon, and then he ended up saying the moon's like, And I was like, I guess after talking trash about the moon, that the moon's envious of the sun. I was like, no, it's not. And then today, after I went walking, because I went walking during the day, I looked up at the sun and I said, you're envious. Because it was ugly hot today, so I had a bone to pick with the sun, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, I was thinking maybe they should make a movie, Romeo versus Juliet. It'll be cooler. It's not a tragedy. It's just but they already made a movie like that called War of the Roses. I wonder how that movie ends though, because I saw it like years ago, and I wonder if the couple gets back together or what. Like, it looks pretty crazy. So I wanted to see like modern movies like that, but I didn't want to like look up a bunch of romance stuff. I was like, it's not my style, so I didn't want to get into that. It's gross. Uh, yep. I had crazy dreams last night. I had dreams that I was at like some Catholic church thing, and like I was arguing with the guy talking up there. I was like asking him questions, and then I came up with a solution, and then they got mad at me for having a solution that was like it was not. I wasn't arguing. I was just being like nice, and then I was like, yeah, that's the answer. It's no big deal. Oh, well, don't worry about it. And they were getting mad at me. I was like, whoa, what? Is this everything's supposed to be so like mean or mad or whatever? It just doesn't make sense to me. And then in my dream, they were saying that some people don't like me because I'm supposed to be like bad or something. But I was like, no, I'm not bad. And then another part of the dream, oh, never mind. That was, and then there was like a wet dream happening around that dream, and I was like, huh? I was like, I guess. I hate having dreams that you can't control, like they go out of hand. So yeah, my dreams last night were pretty cool. I was like a I was like a prodigy or something in my dreams. I was like cool. In my dream. I was like, am I really like some chosen one of something or what? Like, I was like, doesn't everybody feel like they're the chosen one? You know. So like, am I like, is there something to me or what? I was like thinking. I was like, well, why not, right? Yeah. So after I watched Romeo and Juliet from 1996, I started watching Romeo Must Die, the Jet Li movie, and I'm still in the middle of it. It's on Netflix. I got up to the part where um, that motorcycle person was a girl that was Asian or something. And he's like, I can't hit a girl, so like Aaliyah beat her up or something. And then she ended up dying from she fell on like a stick or something, and it showed like through her chest that she had got her heart pierced or something. The enemy or whatever. Anyway, so that's all I've been up to. So I was thinking, does Romeo Must Die have anything to do with Romeo and Juliet? I was like, I guess you can see it kind of like a flirtatious romance or something, kind of. But yeah, I was like, who like goes crazy for Romeo and Juliet that they would like to live that? I was like, are you crazy or what? Because all these people died and stuff, and it was a tragedy. Like, it's not worth it to me to die young and to go through all that crap, families fighting and losing family members and best friends and getting excommunicated and everything. It's like, dang. But yeah, it was a pretty good story overall, though. I haven't seen that in a while, so I don't know what's next. Like after Romeo Must Die, I was thinking of watching Jet Li movies like The One. I haven't seen that in forever, but I don't know. Like he has a bunch of old movies that are like they're like monks and stuff or something. I don't know. I like those movies. I haven't seen kung fu movies in a long time. A lot of Asian girls are pretty. I was thinking, what do they look like now? That was like years ago. My brother had a kid with an Asian girl, and I was thinking, I'm not going to follow in his footsteps. Yeah. So I don't know what to do. I started playing the some Switch games. I didn't get too far in them, but I started taking up video games again. So yeah. And I don't get on Facebook, but I changed my Facebook photo and the background photo. I changed it, so I got that updated because there's no other place to update that. Well, I can do it on my Google, but it's like a little small like circle thingy. So like, I wonder if you can even see it anyways. The one I have there is okay. Yeah, so maybe I'll change my Google photo too. I'll take another one later on, I guess. Photo. I don't feel very photo-ish right now. So yeah. How old is YouTube? Is it from the 90s or what? Or it used to be just like home videos or something, like people doing stuff like in their backyard and on the streets and stuff. And started having like video game reviews and then all this other stuff. It just started spreading to other stuff. So yeah, the world's opening back up, or just America, or what? I don't think it's a good idea, but it sucks. It's crazy. There has to be a second wave because, like, all it is it's just been dormant, waiting for the opportunity to present itself. So it's pretty scary. And you can't take it lightly either because it's like for real. And it's like, I can get it, anybody can get it. So I wanted to buy a mask. It's not too late. Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy a little uh, pumpkin mask so I can have that whenever it comes in. It'll come in by the end of the month. My Pixel Slate. Can you see that G logo? So I guess I'll order a shirt and a mask. And I wonder if you can wash the mask. I was supposed to have hot cash, but I don't know if it's the last day or it is. Let's see. Hot cash ends today. Okay. That's cool. I'm going to get a Castlevania shirt. The one that it looks like the video game for Nintendo, where the Belmont has a whip and Dracula's in the top left corner, and there's this castle and the moon or whatever. They matched it to the one on Netflix to be like that. So I was like, hey, that's pretty neat. So I feel like getting that shirt. It's sweet. They still have that shirt. Okay, let's see. Okay, this, that, the other. It's a pretty good price. The mask is $12.90. It's just a little piece of cloth. And it looks happy. I was like, what's this crap? Oh, okay. Okay. Sweet. Okay, that sounds just about right. Okay, something's going on with the price. Hang on. Trying to figure it out. I guess that's how much it is. I don't know. It looks kind of like overpriced. If the shipping is, oh yeah, okay, that's about right. Okay, gonna get it. Gonna get it. What about that one? I got it back down. The price is sweet. Okay, then I'm gonna pay with my card. I'm a poor boy. Uh oh, something went wrong. You're like froze or something. Where did that $5 thingy go? Okay, here we go. Yeah, I know. Hang on. I want to ship it there. I want to ship it over there. Ship it over there. I was thinking, yeah, like, never mind. I was gonna talk about like, somebody can like you even though you don't have anything to offer. It's like, then what do they want from you? If they're like, not good for you or whatever. Like, what's the purpose of dating somebody that's broke if they're not good for that broke person? So like, what are they like? They want their soul or something, a piece of their soul. They want to make it worse for them or what? They're like poor, but they want them to be unfortunately poor. It's like they're kicking sand in their eyes. Oh, I dropped the card. I guess they're kicking sand in their eyes that they're already down or something. I don't know. Something like that, huh? And the joke's on them or what? It'll come back to them. They'll be the ones that realize that they're unwanted and they should hit the road and don't come back no more. It's like, I don't like you. I don't know what I saw in you. I made a mistake. Now let go. Right? That's the way to be. Just be honest. Okay. I'm almost done here. Sweet. I don't have too many shirts. Castlevania. I ate some ravioli last night. Chef Boyardee. I ate some of it and I was like, I'm full, and then I want to go like poke at my tablet, and then I was like, oh, I guess I'm getting hungry, so I want to go finish it. I ate some microwave spaghetti and meat sauce. Stouffer's. It's pretty good. Nothing beats, real food, but for microwave, it's pretty yeah. So I don't know. I mean, if everybody wants to get excited and start going out and all that, like if that's what they want, but like there needs to be a warning, like, hello, like, straight up or whatever, like, hey, in no way has the virus disappeared, so everything you do is at your own risk. Or something like pop over there, like a tree breaking, and it sounded scary. So yeah, like they should have a warning, like every day, to remind everybody, like, whatever you do out there, it's at your own risk. So You were warned. It's that bad, but I guess, like, I don't know. How's anything supposed to turn back to normal yet? Anyway, it's too early. So if anybody goes out there, like, wear a mask if you have one. If not, get a, like, shirt and tear it and it's tied around your face or something. I don't know. Because it's too early to go back to normal. Nobody's immune to it except those that already had it. So yeah, it's just crazy. It sucks. So what's the death toll gonna be though this time around? Like 10,000s or what? There goes my baby. I don't know what song that is. I've been trying to figure it out. There goes my baby. I don't know. Maybe I'll find out one day or something. I know there's a song called Be My Baby. Be my baby. I think of Fufi when I sing that song or hear that song. Fufi was my baby. She was a brat. Anything interesting lately? I've been walking a lot lately. I hope I lost weight. I used to weigh, the most I've ever weighed, I think, is 285. And I think I'm down to 275 or something. I'm pretty fat. So yeah, I'm fat. I haven't weighed myself lately, so I'm not sure though. Unless I weigh 270. Who knows? But all that walking has had to have done something. It's not like I'm sweating when I walk. I'm just like feeling a even I don't know, exerciseness. It's like steady goes the workout or whatever. I feel like a snail. But I'm like content as a snail would be though. Like, well, I'm not trying to get anywhere anyways. Like, where's there to go anyways? There's nowhere to go. So yeah, go ahead. Act like it's normal life again. If you want to be like that, go ahead. See what happens. And the ones that had already got it and recovered, good for them. They get to do whatever they want. They get to go out there and not worry about it. So I wonder if my doctor's appointment this month is going to be telemedicine, or is it going to be, are they going to let people go to the clinic or what? Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I like doing it over the phone anyways. I don't like going and waiting and sitting around and then getting called in the office and be like, oh, questions, questions, questions. Okay, here's your prescription for the whatever, how long they give it to me or whatever, how many refills I get and all that. So yeah. Then I have another doctor's appointment. I have to take some blood work to test like what uh what my health is according to my blood or something. It's like the, what is it called? General practice medicine or something. So I gotta do that checkup next month. So hopefully maybe things will clear up by then, but I don't know. If it starts again, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be sorry. But I have a feeling it is though. It's like spring break all over again. People are gonna be out there like, yeah, we can do whatever we want. It's like, go ahead and do what you want. But yeah, so I guess the only reason they opened America back up is because of money problems. It was a business decision or something, not a medical decision. It's like, do you want the economy to go into a vacuum or something? They were like, no, let's open back up then. I'm like, so what? Like, the economy's stupid anyways. People play with money that they didn't even earn. They just because they know how to trade a market or something, like they're making money off the backs of the ones who actually do the work. So, like, who cares about opening back their lives or something? Just have to be honest. Truth and justice. Yes, I got my Midnight Society shirt on. I'm ready for some ghost stories, but I don't see anybody showing up here and chatting to me, being like, "Hey, I know a few." So I'll go look it up, I guess, later on. I'm still interested in scary stuff. I've been like taking it easy on vampire stuff. I kind of got burned out on it. I started watching the originals. I've been watching it off and on for a while. And then I started watching Vampire Diaries, and I hadn't seen it before. And I was like, oh, okay, because my sister had gone onto my Netflix and watched it under my profile because her TV was stupid. Like, it was an older TV, and when you log in on Netflix, it doesn't give you your profiles. It gives you just the default profile because the operating system's too old to where it doesn't have the update to where you can't just log into Netflix and select the person that it is. It just goes straight to mine because mine's the default. And she started watching Vampire Diaries on there, and then she got far, like, I don't know, 3 seasons or something. How many seasons are there? Like 7 or something. Anyways, yeah. So I was like, I don't want to like mess up her progress or anything, but she got a new TV, so she's on the profiles now, so she can continue where she left off if she wants to watch it or whatever. I'm okay at computers and technical stuff. I always set up the Wi-Fi for my parents and help them on their every little thing like about computers and stuff. Like I I get their printer working and I change the ink for them. And I set up the devices and make sure they have everything straightened out. And then whenever they need help, like ordering something or returning something online, I'll be there to help them. Usually, it's me that helps them. So yeah, I was like, this could be such easy money to make if I could just do this, like freelance or whatever it's called. I'll just be like the get a little card or what, and be like the technological assistant. Or if I can't help you, then don't pay me. That's what you say on it or what. And they're like, I need to do this. Okay, let's see if I can do this. And be like, okay, that'll be $10, I guess. And then I have to worry about how much gas is gonna have to add that in there. So yeah, that'd be kind of cool to do for fun and make some money on the side. But like I know how to use Mac, like the phones and the tablets. But I don't know. I'm not too uh, good on the MacBooks or the anyway. So I mean, I looked it up and I like studied it a little bit, and it doesn't seem too bad. But it's way different than what I use. I usually use a Chromebook for a computer, and I have a Windows PC, and that's way different than Mac. But I never really get on it much, anyways. I used to be like Windows, 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 everything, and kind of defected from it. I just got tired of it. I guess because I always ran into like problems with it. Like one little bug would like ruin it for the whole thing. Like I don't know, just it was always like a hit or miss operating system. Microsoft. It was always hit or miss, and I was like, I'm tired of this. Like it either works or just like one thing just throws all off. So I was like, I need something that's gonna be good overall. So I got into Chromebooks, and then I was like, oh, this works pretty good for what I do. I was like, okay, I guess I'll just do that. And then I never really got into MacBooks or Macs or whatever. And it looks better than Windows, but I don't. I think that there's just like too much to it though. Like it doesn't even have a touch screen. So I'm so used to touch screens. I just like poke my finger at whatever I want, and I just get it. I don't want to be on the trackpad all the time and messing around like that, and then worrying about isn't it like a MacBook? Because I remember I got on my sister's. You need plugins for your browser for the things to work or something. I was like, dang, that sucks. It should be working right out of the box. Maybe it's better now. I don't know. That was years ago. My sister got a new iPad Air, and I was like, sweet. I was telling her you should get the Pro one with the keyboard with the trackpad. I was like, it's basically a Mac with touchscreen. So that's what I want to get, but I don't know what I'm gonna get come the holidays. So that's one thing that I want. But if not, if I don't end up wanting to get that, I would want to get if Google comes out with a new Pixel book, then it'll be either that, all that. It'll be either that. Uh, it'll be either the Google Pixel book if they come out with a new one, or the Apple iPad Pro, the big one with the keyboard with the trackpad and all that. So those are the two things that I want. Oh yeah, the third thing was if I get a like 75-inch television, but I don't really watch television much anyways. So I think that'll be a waste to get it. So one out of three things I'm gonna get for the holidays, but I'm just saving up. And also, Prime Day is coming up, huh? Amazon Prime Day, and I was like, I hope I don't get stupid and spend my money for the holidays early, like some of it. So I'm gonna try to skip that as much as I can, and not get tied up in it. Like, oh look, a $200 Chromebook that has everything, and then get it and be like, dang, I should have like not spent that little bit because that'll be like that's like what is it called, a service plan, like extended warranty or whatever. That's how much that costs. So for whatever I get coming the holidays. So yeah, and I saw something online. It said a Google Home, because I have Google Home Mini. I don't even have the Nest one, the newer one, but it was for like $30 or something. The regular like $79, I think. I'll try to get it, but it was too late. Everybody had already got them. They sold it on Target and they sold it on the Google store, so I didn't get a chance to get one. But I was like, oh well, I already have a little like a generic version of it, so it's still Google. So well, yeah, it's not enough for me. I don't even turn it all the way up. I just have it like, yeah, I usually keep it on 3 out of 10. So it's in my parents' house where I have it. It's like it's real quiet over there. They have it out in the country, so there's nothing like but birds and crickets and toads and stuff that you hear through the windows, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, I have two Google Home Minis, and I have one Alexa Echo or Amazon Echo Mini or Echo Dot. Yeah, there you go. I have one of those. And my mom has an Echo Dot. She likes it. So yeah, I don't know. I mess around with them sometimes. But like my mom's modem broke for internet. I had to change it out. I changed it out with someone that I had in storage. That was kind of iffy, but it's been working so far. So anyway, so I have to change the Wi-Fi setup on her Echo Dot, and I haven't yet. She asked me to, and I was like, "Can I do it later?" I didn't feel like doing it. You like that movie, the '80s movie Teen Wolf? I thought it was a pretty cool movie. Win in the end. Only if we could win in the end. Yeah, I've already been on for like 40 minutes blabbing. Uh, so yeah, I'm gonna get a trim on my hair. Like I'm gonna cut like 4 inches off. So it'll be like, let's see, about that much or what? It'll be up to there. Oh, I got a lot of hair. But that'll be no time soon because it's gonna be packed with people trying to cut their hair, and then I'll be at risk too. So, well, I heard that my dad, somebody at his work, like they got sick, and they're like trying to figure out what kind of sick was it? And they were like, it's kind of eerie, when it's close to you, that the virus can be anywhere, I guess. The virus is so old, and it's still sticking around. So, did they already open up the airports and stuff for international travel or whatever? I don't even know what's going on. I haven't seen the news in a while. I was watching a movie with Chinese people in it, and I was thinking, like, the virus came from their land or whatever. I was like, I don't think anybody wants that anyways. I was thinking of talking about something else, but I just can't reach it. I'm trying to go over there and like grab it in my brain or whatever's up there. uh, and acorns up there. That's it. Brains. Oh yeah, so I got a YouTube TV, but I didn't get Philo with the Viacom channels. And I was thinking I want to watch something from there, but I was like, I could just watch other stuff because there's always stuff to watch. And then I got HBO Max, but it doesn't come out till the 27th. And they gave me free HBO now until I guess it launches or whatever. But I mean, I watched some movies on there. I need to watch that X-Men movie. I haven't finished it. I wonder if it's still on there. And I was gonna cancel my Amazon Kindle, and they were like, "We'll give you 30 extra free days." And I was like, "Okay, if you want to." And I gotta go read those Darth Vader comics. That's all I've been using it for. I feel sick just thinking about the sickness out there. I feel like kind of nauseous. I remember like when was it? Last year, like during Halloween maybe. I got a flu shot, and then I got sick from it. I was sick for a whole month. I had a cold and cough, and I was like sore and all this other stuff. I was like pretty. I was what is it called? Sick as a dog, I guess. And then it finally just went away. I was like, what's the point of a flu shot if it makes you sick? And then I asked my dad, "Are you gonna get a flu shot?" He goes, he didn't want to get one. I guess because he knew what happened to me. But I hardly ever get sick. It's rare that I get sick. I remember I was sick one year for was it Halloween? Like I just got sick on my own and it sucked. Maybe I should make a list of girls that I dated. A Hall of Shame or what? Like I don't even look at yearbooks or anything, and I'm thinking the way I remember people. I've come across like photos online, and I was like, "Hey, hang on, the way I remember them is a little different than they actually was, or something. Like my memories got altered or something. I don't know, it was weird." I was like, I guess it's just been that long. I guess since I come across them. Oh yeah, I watched a movie, a good one. Can't Buy Me Love from the '80s. It was awesome. Some guy paid some girl $1,000 to pretend that she liked him, and he got all popular. And he left his old friends behind. And then he learned his lesson, I guess. He shouldn't be like that. Those are some sweet movies. And I was gonna watch Don't Tell Her It's Me, but I don't have Epic, so I can't watch it. That's a pretty good one too. Like some dude's all fat. And he's all bald. And he likes some girl or something, and then he like starts to work out, and then he ends up looking at like decent or whatever. He tries to hook up with her, but then like I don't know, he's trying to keep from her that he's the same person as the loser as before or whatever. I was like, poor guy. It's kind of like Shallow Hal. I don't know why I've been watching romance crap lately. After I talk about, I don't care about that. But one thing that I've been watching a lot is the Superman loses his powers from the Superman 2. Is it Superman 2 movie? I've been watching that clip over and over where Mr. Wonderful Mr. Wonderful takes his seat or whatever, and Superman's like, he's with Lois Lane at a diner, and he's like, "Excuse me, that's my seat." And he's like, "No, your seat's over there," or something like that. And he's like, somebody ought to teach you some manners. And then Mr. Wonderful's like, "Let me know when they get here." And the person that posted that video said, "If this bothers you, then you're a super tard." I don't agree. I think that if you like the character Superman, that doesn't make you like stupid or anything. Yeah, so like I don't know. The I guess the period, the current state of me is like I can relate to Superman losing his powers. That's the way I feel right now. And I don't even know if I'm ever gonna get my powers back, but I can make do with what I have though. So there's there's hope still. So even with Superman's powers, he ended up dying anyways. So yeah, powers are not. I like fiction, but the thing about it is like, how come like life can't match that? Like how come fiction is like an idol or something erected, and like life is like, like, well, what, like what's going on? It shouldn't be like that. So it's like, how come, what's going on? Like real life is cursed or something. I don't know. Because it should be pretty much about the same. All right, guys, going on an hour. So I was going to talk about some crazy stuff just now. I don't even know if I should. No, I was just talking. I was going to talk about like when I was younger. Like guys can't help it when they get like aroused or whatever, and like like I remember back in school, like during class, like out of nowhere, you get wood or whatever. You're like, no, like what's going on? How come it's happening? You're trying to hide it and stuff. And I wonder if anybody notices. That's funny back then. It's part of growing up, I guess. It's weird. And also about wet dreams. They seem so real. You think that after a certain age you stop having them, but I always, not always, but I have, I usually have, still have those. So I don't know why. And I think I'm too old for this. I shouldn't be having these anymore, but they still happen. So yeah, I hate those dreams where you do people you would never do for reals. Like, and you're like, no, and you think like, is life like that? Like, you hook up with somebody and then later on you're like, well, like you can't, like everything's like covering your face or something. Like you can't see, something's like clogging your heart, or something's choking your heart, and you're like hooking up with somebody or something that you would regret, but you do it anyways. And it's like, well, what did I do that for? What's going on? I have a lot of those. Not all of them though. Some girls that I hooked up with, I'm like, I'm okay with it. Like, I'm like, yeah, that happened, but it was just like a fling or whatever. But then, and some are like, what was I thinking? Like, what's going on with me? How come I fell that far? yeah, I like looking back at stuff like that every once in a while and being like, well, what? Like, what's you got to get something good out of it, you know? Like, just be wiser next time or be smart. Just be smart. That's how I am lately. I don't even get involved with anything anymore. I'm like, to me, it's like you have to really like somebody to hook up with them. I can't just like hook up with people like I used to, like where you just like, okay, will just hook up with somebody, you know. I have to actually like somebody, and I don't really like anybody. But the good thing is, like, I'd rather like them be pals than be like lovers or whatever. It's not even love anymore. What is it called? I'd rather them be pals than be somebody you fornicate with, I guess. Does fornication include foreplay? Anyways, so yeah, I'd rather have pals or friends or whatever than hooking up with somebody. It's just too much. It's too much trouble, I guess. Like you look back on it and have to carry that with you. That I did that. Me. What did I do that for? So yeah. But I'm already passing up that window of like being like or like settling down with somebody and stuff. So that's gonna pass me up. So I'll just be like just me, I guess, in the future. The only thing I could see like happening is like when you're like old like me. There's a bunch of young girls out there that are fresh, you know, and it's like you can go and hook up with a bunch of them just for the heck of it. But that's kind of wrong, isn't it? So I don't want to be wrong. Temptation, lust. The seven deadly sins and the Ten Commandments, really. Let's look them up. Okay, seven deadly sins. Where's the list? So if you have a wet dream, you're sinning or what? Well, it's not like you can control it. Let's see. Vainglory or pride, greed or covetousness, lust or inordinate or illicit sexual desire, envy, gluttony, which is usually understood to include drunkenness, like getting high or what? wrath or anger, and sloth. So yeah. And then the 7 corresponding virtues: humility, charity, chastity, gratitude, temperance, patience, and diligence. Sounds pretty good to me. I try to be good. Let's see. Ten Commandments. I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not have any strange gods before me. This commandment forbids idolatry, the worship of false gods and goddesses, and it includes polytheism, the belief in many gods, insisting instead of monotheism, the belief in one God. So if I like stuff like Clash of the Titans and Zeus and stuff, I'm being bad or what? Uh, the commandment forbids making golden calves and temples to Isis and worshiping statues of Caesar, for example. So yeah. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. The faithful are required to honor the name of God. It makes sense that if you're to love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, then you're naturally to respect the name of God with equal passion and vigor. Remember to keep holy the Sabbath day. The Jewish celebration of Sabbath, Shabbat, begins at sundown on Friday evening and lasts until sundown on Saturday. Catholic, Protestant, and Orthodox Christians go to church on Sunday, treating it as the Lord's Day instead of Saturday to honor the day Christ rose from the dead. Pretty cool. Honor thy father and mother. What's with these impossible tasks? What if your mom's picking on you or something? You're like, get off me. Like, you want to run my life or what? Like, you're being bad if you're like trying to stick up for yourself for self-defense, really? Honor thy father and mother. This commandment obliges the faithful to show respect for their parents as children and adults. Children must obey their parents, and adults must respect and see the care of their parents. What? Oh, must respect and see the care of their parents when they become old and infirm. Really? Thou shalt not kill. A better translation from the Hebrew would be thou shalt not murder, a subtle distinction but an important one to the church. Killing an innocent person is considered murder. Killing an unjust aggressor to preserve your own life is still killing, but it isn't considered murder or immoral. So self-defense. Thou shalt not commit adultery. So if you have a wet dream, okay, hang on. The 6th and 9th commandments honor human sexuality. This commandment forbids the actual physical act of immoral sexual activity, specifically adultery, which is sex with someone else's spouse or a spouse cheating on their partner. This commandment also includes fornication, which is sex between unmarried people, prostitution, pornography, homosexual activity, masturbation, group sex, rape, incest, pedophilia, bestiality, and necrophilia. I think they leave something out. Thou shalt not steal. The 7th and 10th commandments focus on respecting and honoring the possessions of others. This commandment forbids the act of taking someone else's property. The Catholic Church believes that this commandment also denounces cheating people of their money or property, depriving workers of their just wage, or not giving employers a full day's work for a full day's pay. Embezzlement, fraud, tax evasion, and vandalism are all considered extensions of violations of the 7th commandment. We're almost done here. Number 8. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. And the eighth commandment condemns lying. Because God is regarded as the author of all truth, the church believes that humans are obligated to honor the truth. The most obvious way to fulfill this commandment is not to lie. Intentionally deceive another by speaking a falsehood. So a good Catholic is who you want to buy a used car from. Okay. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. The ninth commandment forbids the intentional desire and longing for immoral sexuality to sin in the heart. Jesus says to lust after a woman or a man in your heart with the desire and will to have immoral sex with them. Just as human life is a gift from God and needs to be respected, defended, and protected, so too is human sexuality. Catholicism regards human sexuality as a divine gift, so it is considered sacred in the proper context. Marriage. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. The 10th commandment forbids the wanting or taking someone else's property. Along with the 7th commandment, this commandment condemns theft and the feelings of envy, greed, and jealousy in reaction to what other people have. So that's pretty crazy. It's a lot of stuff. And the greatest commandment, Jesus said about the greatest commandment is thou shalt love thy Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind before. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So those two are what? There's too many of them. All I know, I try to be good. So, like, what are the consequences of sin, I guess? The consequences of sin are if you're good, then you're going to get in trouble. But if you're bad, then sin has no consequence until, like, it finally does. I don't know. Until it finally catches up to you, I guess. I don't know. But bad usually gets away with it until, like, it's like too little too late whenever justice is served or whatever, like, it's like, so what? They got away with it for like 30 years and then they finally got struck by lightning or something. So, like, it's too little too late, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but a good person, if they are good, if they mess up, like, it's like the end of the world, for every little thing. That's just my experience, though. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, it's been an hour, 8 minutes. I just, thought I'd get on here and maybe somebody wants to tell me some ghost stories. Or I have to look it up myself. Anyway, bye.